Thor. One more movie. One more solo movie, and then we get to the Avengers. Oh, I hate Thor. I hate Thor. First of all, this movie's really ugly. It's shot in Dutch angles, and it's just ugly to look at and hard to actually watch. It looks terrible. Also, the plot of this movie is ridiculous. Like, no one wants to watch this movie. Because who wants to watch the cool superhero not be able to do anything? It's clear that the people who made this movie were like, we didn't know what to do with Thor, so just throw him on Earth, because he's like an invincible god who can basically do anything. But, and I know people say, like, well, the stuff on Asgard was good. No, I disagree. I think the stuff on Asgard is worse than the stuff in New Mexico. Because you're watching it, and it's like, it's just boring. Because he's just like, he meets up with, because it's just like the boring exposition where they're like explaining what the Bifrost is. I'm like, Thor is like thousands of years old. He should probably know what the Bifrost is and how it works and how to travel. Like, this is bullcrap. So they sit there and explain it to you really poorly, and just like all that stuff on Asgard was just so boring. And it's just like, really? Why are we doing this? And then, the stuff on Earth is boring too, but it's slightly more entertaining, I guess. And the movie looks cool. It has some nice effects. It's probably the prettiest out of these first Phase 1 movies. But for the most part, it's just boring and not interesting. No one wants to watch this movie. There's a reason this movie was kind of just forgotten. The movie doesn't even make sense. Like, the ending is terrible. In the Avengers, he somehow just made it to Earth to find Loki. But, like, at the end of this movie, he throws a temper tantrum that he's not able to see Jane. And there's literally never been an explanation in 20 plus movies about how this happened. It's been a mystery. Nobody knows. Why did they write this into the movie? I guess to have a heartfelt ending. But you already had that with Loki. Loki was upset that he couldn't earn his father's love and that he was kind of mistaken. And, that was his arc. And then he went off who knows where, and it should have been about Loki. The ending should have been like, I'm going to go find him. And he goes on a journey to find Loki. And then he finds him on Earth. That's how it should have been put into the Avengers movie. It would have made so much more sense. It would have been so much better. But nope. They said, no, we're not going to do that. And it's just dumb. And I don't like this movie. There's a reason Thor Ragnarok did away with it, kind of. Because you shouldn't watch these movies. You shouldn't watch the Thor movies. I mean, 3 is slightly better and more entertaining. I know people like that one. So I guess if you like that one, cool, watch that one. But the first 2 are just worthless films. I mean, the second one, I guess, is more entertaining because it introduces the concept of the Infinity Stones. It's like one of the first ones introduced into the movies, besides the one in Captain America. But, it's like, I don't know, it's just bad. I like the movie to be fun, like, Iron Man isn't a great movie. It's kind of meh, but it's fun. You like the characters, and it's mildly entertaining. And that's how I feel about it. But this is just the worst of them. They're just boring, uninteresting, bland messes that look ugly. They're not interesting. Who wants to watch this? I don't know. I know they're fans of this movie, and cool. I'm glad you enjoy it, but I just can't understand why. Because it's just nothing. Natalie Portman's boring in this movie. Everybody gives boring, basic performances. The movie just has no life or energy to the direction, to the humor, to the dialogue, to the script. I could put this movie on mute and probably still know what's happening. That's how worthless the script to these movies are. So, yeah, not looking forward to rewatching Thor: The Dark World, or watching it for the first time because I've seen parts of it, but I haven't seen it the whole way through. I had never seen Thor the whole way through, but now I have. I never want to watch it again.